Sara Duterte Carpio has been sworn in as the 15th Vice President of the Philippines. A Filipino lawyer was reportedly shot dead in Philadelphia in the United States. And families flocked to the Manila Bay Dolomite Beach to celebrate Father's Day. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Charles Lejano. We begin the newscast with Vice President-elect Sara Duterte Carpio officially taking her oath in Davao City earlier today. In her inaugural speech, Duterte Carpio started with the lessons she had learned in her life. She also looked back on her journey as a public servant and expressed her devotion to further serve the country.
I am now the Vice President-elect, the voice of 32.2 million Filipinos was loud and clear. With the message to serve our motherland. And this message has been reiterated in my oath to consecrate myself to the service of the nation.
The outgoing Davao City Mayor also dedicated a part of her speech to sectors who help build the nation. These are the farmers, fisherfolk, and health workers, among others. And aside from this, she encouraged Filipinos to rise up and show love for the country.
I believe the country will be heading towards a future of hope, security, strength, stability, and progress. Magkasama sana tayong bumangon bawat araw, kasabay ang nag-aalab na pangako sa ating mga puso at patuloy nating mamahalin ang Pilipinas.
And as Inday Sara ended her speech, she proudly presented her roots before the crowd. The incoming Vice President is set to officially begin her duties on June 30.
Ako po, si Inday Sara. A proud Davaoeña. A proud Mindanaon. Hindi ako ang pinakamagaling o pinakamatalinong tao sa Pilipinas at sa mundo. Ngunit walang makakatalo sa tibay ng puso ko bilang isang Pilipino.
One political analyst says Vice President-elect Sara Duterte was able to deliver a clear speech. Speaking on One Balita Weekend, Professor Jean Encinas Franco said that Duterte has already provided some policy pronouncements. And she also pointed out the difference between the VP-elect and her father, President Duterte, in their speeches.
The speech in itself tells us that she's different, no, in terms of rhetoric sa tatay niya, no. Dun sa kanyang speech, wala tayong narinig na bastos, and then may mga policy pronouncements na siyang idiniin doon sa kanyang speech.
Meanwhile, outgoing Education Secretary Leonor Briones said that the agency is ready for her successor, Vice President-elect Sara Duterte Carpio. In a congratulatory message, Briones said she's looking forward to turn over the DepEd to Duterte Carpio. And she added that she is confident that the incoming Vice President will, quote, see the fruition of basic education's pivot to quality. Briones also mentioned that the number of votes Duterte received during the elections is a testament of the people's trust in her. We'll be back with more stories after a quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. A shooting incident in Philadelphia in the U.S. has left one Filipino tourist dead and his mother injured. That's according to a PhilStar report. In a Twitter update, Foreign Affairs Secretary Teddy Boy Locsin Jr. identified the man as John Lelo, a Filipino lawyer. The Philippine Consulate General in New York, El Mercato, said Lelo was shot in the head by one of the 6 bullets fired by the unknown suspect. Lelo's mother, meanwhile, is in a hospital after slightly being wounded by glass fragments. In a separate Twitter post, Lelo's brother clarified that John has not yet been medically pronounced as brain dead. The suspect of the shooting remains at large, but the consulate said that the DFA will provide assistance to the family. On now to the PBA, where the Phoenix Fuel Masters grabbed their second win in the season after taking down the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters 106-102. The Fuel Masters were able to keep their distance throughout the match, despite a strong rally by Rain or Shine in the final quarter. RJ Hasul led the way for Phoenix, finishing with 25 points, which included a clutch 3-pointer late in the game. Barangay Ginebra San Miguel and the Magnolia Chicken Templados, meanwhile, are battling it out in the second game of the night. The Gin Kings, which hold a 2-0 win-loss record, are looking to forge a tie with San Miguel on top of the standings. Magnolia, on the other hand, will look to improve their current 1-3 record so far in the conference. And at the end of the first half, Magnolia is ahead 47-40, with the third quarter already underway. The Manila Bay Dolomite Beach is once again filled with families, but this time, they're celebrating a special day. Camille Samonte has the story.
In celebration of Father's Day, many families decided to flock to the Manila Bay Dolomite Beach to relax and unwind. We chanced upon the Vital family, who wanted to celebrate this year's Father's Day in a simple but memorable way. So Vital said they went to the beach to save up on money, as they don't have enough budget to celebrate the day in other venues.
Blessed, syempre. Unang-una, pagkagising sa umaga, nagpasalamat sa Panginoon. Nakita kasi namin doon sa mga sinishare ng iba naming friends tsaka mga vlogger din sa YouTube na maganda talaga yung adjustment na nangyari dito sa Manila Bay.
His wife Amita, meanwhile, expressed gratitude for her husband's dedication to provide for their family.
Napakabait niyang bilang asawa. Sobra. Tsaka masasabi ko lang salamat sa pagmamahal sa pag-aaruga na binibigay niya sa aming kumbaga lahat talaga, yung lahat na makakaya niya, ginagawa niya para maging masaya kami. Kahit simple lang, hindi ganong kagarbo pero contented kami kahit ganito lang.
As for overseas worker Noli Sedano, he said that he is happy to be back home for this day. This is the first time he's visiting his family after almost 3 years due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Napakahirap kasi syempre, unang-una bilang OFW, nandito yung pamilya mo. Syempre ang isipin mo yung kaligtasan nila, peace and order.
Ernesto Umbas, on the other hand, got emotional as he highlighted the role of being a provider. He became jobless due to the COVID-19 pandemic, making him unable to fulfill his role. Despite this, his loved ones made sure to celebrate this day with him.
Ngayon, wala akong trabaho, pero nararaos din namin. Napalma ako kasi masaya lang dahil kahit mahirap yung buhay, naraos din namin.
The Manila Bay Dolomite Beach has been recently reopened to the public after a month of closure due to rehabilitation. For News 5, Camille Samonte, We Are One News.
For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Do visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. And you can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.